Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your first lecture of computer networks. Could you please confirm if I'm audible to everybody? Am I audible to you? Good morning. Good morning. All right. Okay. So we're going to start with the introductory lecture today. We'll see what are the objectives, why are we studying this course, what is the importance, what are the different career opportunities if one wants to make a career in this field of computer networks. And then we'll go on to some basic concept, basic definitions of computer networks. Yeah, good morning to everybody. All right, so then we'll discuss the basic components of a network, how different devices are connected over a network, and so on. So first of all, the objectives of this course. Uh, you'll understand how different hardware and software devices or different services are working. What are the different protocols? Basically, these are a set of rules. Okay, we'll go through each and every definition one by one, that how communication is happening between two devices, and that is the gist of computer networks. Okay, what is the relationship between different devices? And also in this course you're going to learn how to build multiple networks and the network architectures using a simulation environment, that will be the Cisco Packet Tracer in your lab. And also you'll understand what are the different connection oriented and connection less protocols, along with the basics of security, how to secure a network, how a network is susceptible or is vulnerable to some loss of data or some stealing of data. So all of that we are going to be studying in this course. So unit 1, basically it will cover the introduction to networks, different types of transmission technologies, the categories of a network, whether it is a local area network or whether it is a metropolitan area network or wide area network. Then we are going to see the concept of layers, how different layers, how a network is divided into different layers. That is what we are going to study. Okay, so basically your OSI model and your TCP/IP model, these are the two models in which we can study the different components of a network. So what are the different topologies? Topology, basically it means that how a data is organized, sorry, how different devices are organized so that they can communicate with each other. And in detail we are going to study the physical layer in this unit. Okay, so this course of yours, computer networks, is having 3 credits. So we'll be having 3 lectures per week. And I think tomorrow also we have a lecture. And also I'll be taking the lab of this whole section 2, all the 3 groups. So yeah, so let's just start with the basic definition. All right, now we'll first see what do you mean by communication, and then we'll see what is a network and how devices are connected in a network. The whole point of this subject is to understand that how a connection is established between two devices, in which form the data is transmitted. Okay, generally the data is transmitted in bit format only, that is your 0 1 format. Okay, so that is what we're going to study. Now let us first see that what is the meaning of this term communication, or this term telecommunication. Now in layman terms you can always say that this term telecommunication means communication at a distance, right? So data here refers to some raw information or some raw facts which are being presented.
Similarly, you will be having the management tasks like your homework, your assignments, your quizzes, all these things. Apart from this,
I've just switched to earphones. Am I still audible to all of you? Could you please confirm?
people to answer. Just to calculate
Okay, okay, all right. So, as I was talking about communication, communication at a distance is what we call telecommunication. Okay, I think I'll work without the earphones. Is it better now?
I will consider your question and answer.
Is the audio better now?
When you have a doubt, you have the chat will be open to
No.
chat window, listen to chat window, all these things. But what I expect every person.
Okay, just a second. Just a second. All right. See, I am on the university network itself, so I don't know what the problem is. Okay, maybe it will improve after some time if it is some distortion. So please cooperate till then. So yeah, we were talking about telecommunication. Yeah, there is another teacher in the lab. I have told her to speak a bit lower. Okay, so we were talking about this communication at a distance, that is telecommunication. So whenever two or more devices communicate with each other, we say that some data is being transferred or that they are communicating with each other. Now, data communication is what? It is the exchange of data between two devices. Now, this exchange of data, what type of data is being exchanged, that is important, between which device it is being communicated, that is important, and via which medium is the data being transferred, that is also very important. Okay, so these are some of the main components of communication, that what are the different components which are being used in order to complete this communication between two devices. So let me just switch to the Microsoft Note. I'll write some points and I hope that would be helpful. So just a second, I'll just change my screen. Okay, so we talked about data communication, right? We said that it is the exchange of information between two devices. So now, whether this data communication is effective or not, the effectiveness of that depends on the delivery. 2 3 points I'm writing, we'll discuss those in detail. Accuracy, timeliness, and jitter. Okay, so whether a communication of data is effective or not, it depends on some factors. Here, four factors I have discussed. Delivery, whether the information or the data that we were trying to deliver, whether it has delivered or not. That is important. Accuracy, that means the data that we were trying to transfer, is only that transferred or something else has reached the destination. So that is important. Okay, accuracy of data is very important. Then we talk about timeliness, that is whether the information or the data that we were transferring, whether it is transferred on time or not. And the next is jitter, that is the variation in the packet arrival time. Basically it means timeliness and jitter, that you can discuss, that you can say that they are almost the same. Timeliness, it says that whether the whole information was transferred on time or not, and jitter is talking about the packets. Okay, that is, see, you can say that whatever data you're trying to transfer, it is divided into small packets, or you can say small pieces of information. So those packets are transferred one by one. Okay, or you can say that in multiple pieces they are transferred between the source and the destination. So whenever the data is transferred from the sender side, let me just represent it using a diagram. So suppose this is the sender and here I have the receiver. So whatever information it is transferring, it is divided into some packets and it will be transferred to the receiver. Now at the receiver end, first all of the packets will be received and only then they will be combined with each other so that this information can make sense or it could be meaningful. So let's say I have to send some sentence, or you can say some numbers. Okay, so those numbers, they will be converted into this format, this bit format, and then it will be divided into some packets. These packets are going to be transferred at the receiver end. Now, of course, these packets might be received in a different order in which they were sent, right? So all these packets, they will be arranged in the correct order as defined by the sender, and then they will be combined so that the information that was sent, that is some sentences or numbers, those could be meaningful here as well. Okay, so that is what we were talking about, the sending and receiving. So jitter in this case means whether there is some variation in the packet arrival time. So if some packets are received at a point and the others, let's say there are one or two packets which have not reached yet, so obviously we still by that time that all the packets are not received, there would be a problem, so that we have not received the whole information. Okay, so that is the difference between timeliness and jitter. Okay, so next I'll discuss now the different components.
Right? So, if you don't know how to this section, we understand the existence of different types of so I will only
Okay, so for any communication, there are 5 main components. In order for any communication to take place, the first one is the sender, second, the receiver, protocols, transmission media, and of course the message itself. Now sender, you can say let's say device A is the sender. Let's say this A is my sender and B is my receiver. So these become two components. Then there will be some message that we are going to transfer. Okay, some message that will be transferred from A to B, and then there would be some protocols. As I said, what are protocols? Protocols are a set of rules Now let's see. We'll just go through the basic definition of what is a protocol, and then in the coming chapters we are going to see different types or different categories of protocols. Okay, so sender receiver and the message we have discussed, that whatever message is going to be transferred between these two devices, in this case A and B, and after that the next point is protocol. So protocol means basically they are a set of rules or some predefined rules, okay, that this is the technique or this is the way in which the communication will take place. So every algorithm or every protocol has a set of rules, right? So if you talk about, let's say there is a point to point network, so from A to B the data is being sent and it is divided into certain packets and those packets will reach B. So that is a protocol, right? So this that in this technique or in this way the data is going to be transferred. So any communication, different types of communication will follow different type of protocols. So all those rules will have to be followed in order for that communication to take place. And the next is transmission media. Yes. So if we talk about transmission media, you know that every transmission will take place via some media or some medium. So you can categorize this transmission media as guided and unguided. Broadly classifying, guided makes use of cables and unguided makes use of waves, your radio waves, electromagnetic waves, infrared waves. So this is the basic difference between guided and unguided media. So I think all of you must already know. Can you give me some examples of guided media? A certain type of cable that is used. LAN cable, okay. Optical fiber, coaxial, Ethernet cable, all right. Yeah, LAN cable or Ethernet cable are used interchangeably. Okay, USB, all right. And what about unguided media? What are the different unguided media? Wi-Fi. Anything else? What type of waves is what I'm talking about? Bluetooth, yeah, microwaves, whether it is a radio wave or whether those are infrared waves. I think all of you must be knowing. Can you tell me that remote of your TV, which type of wave does that use? Which types of waves are used? Infrared. Yes, yes, infrared. So yeah, that is also a mode of communication, right? So that is unguided. So yeah, these are different modes of communication. So I hope by now you understand that what are the five main components of any communication. Is it clear up to this point to all of you? When packets are received, then how are they arranged properly to make sense? See, Manav, bache, all of this, how the data is divided into packets, how they are arranged, there are different protocols. Okay, so when we will discuss the OSI model and the TCP/IP model, we are going through each layer in detail. Okay, so then we'll discuss that how these packets are arranged, because see, I told you whether the packets are arranged properly or not, whether the information that is reached that is correct or not. So all of these, they are very important to be studied in detail. Okay, so today we are not going to discuss how the packets are arranged. So yeah, we'll be discussing that in the coming lectures. Okay, and if we are also going to study that whether the information that was sent, was that received or not. Okay, check whether the information is correct or not. If not, what is the error? If there is an error, how to correct that? Okay, so error detection, error control, everything we will be studying in detail in the coming lectures. Okay, so now we are going to see what is the different types of data which can be transferred. So yeah, let's just go through the data representation. Text is a type of data that can be sent. Numbers, images, audio, and video. Now, text is represented as bit pattern. It will be converted into certain bit format and then it would be communicated. Numbers, again, communicated as bit pattern. So even images are represented as bit formats. So basically every image is divided into pixels and those pixels further are divided into bits. Next is your audio. It is a continuous signal. Video, either it can be a continuous signal or it could be a combination of images. Okay, so these are the different data that can be communicated. So up to this point, is it clear to everybody? Any doubt till now? Very basic, I think all of this you already must be knowing. It's just that we are giving it a format of discussion. So all of this, it is clear to all of you? All right, okay. Okay, I'll just share a poll with all of you. I want you guys to participate in that. Okay, so this is a question for all of you. Which software prevents the external access to a system? I think everybody should answer this correctly. Everybody please participate in the poll. Aryadev, Ayush, Divya, Gaurav, Gaurav Jha, Ishika, Nakul, Monu, Rahul Chaudhary, Rishabh Mishra, Sahil. Everybody please participate in the poll. Shashwat, Uday, Vipin. 9 of you have still not responded. Everybody, please participate in the poll.
This is designed with which also helping the network to use system may help or may not. That's all. So what is going to align the system that is respected for the system, right? And we should provide that one on the side of the system.
Beta, via electrical pulses. The data is transferred through wires via electrical pulses. Okay, so 9 of you have still not responded, and majority of you have answered the question correctly. See, the question was which software. So router and switch are anyways hardware components, right? So the answer was correct. The correct answer was firewall in this case. Yeah, now you're changing your answer. Huh? Okay, so yeah, firewall is the right answer. So these components that we have discussed, that we just named, router and switch, all of these components also we will discuss that which component has which task. So now let's see the flow of data, how data flows between different devices. Okay, so the mode of data flow, we are going to go through that. After this, we are just going to go through the PPT also. I just wanted to discuss all these points individually and then we'll go through the presentation. Okay, first is the simplex mode of communication. Some factors. Communication is unidirectional. That means only one device can transmit and other can only receive. Example, your keyboard or your monitor. Nothing to explain there, very simple. Next is your half duplex mode of communication. That means both can transmit and receive, but one at a time. Example, a walkie-talkie. Both are capable of sending and receiving, but only one at a time. Next, full duplex. So I think all of you can guess what it means. That means both can send and receive at the same time. Example, telephone network. Right? So these are the three modes of communication, how data is transferred between different devices, whether the communication is simplex, whether it is full duplex, or whether it is half duplex. So is this clear to all of you? Is this clear to everybody? Yes? Okay, all right. So now we'll just have a look at the PPT, the diagrams, and then we'll come back to the definition of a network. Okay, so this is your components of data communication. We have already discussed the sender, receiver, medium, message, and some protocols. This is your mode of communication. See, as you can see in the simplex, direction of data is only in one side, so it is unidirectional, right? Next is your half duplex. Direction is bi-directional. It is both ways, but at one time. So the two arrows describe that direction of data at time 1 is from station 1 to station 2, that is from left to right, and at time 2 it is the opposite. And in the case of full duplex, the direction of data is both ways all the time. Okay. Okay, now I want all of you to mention your answers as to what do you understand when you hear the term network. What do you mean by a network? The definition is in front of you, but tell me in your words, what do you understand by this term? Connection, communication between devices. Okay, what about others? Only 3 students know how to define a network. What about the rest 90 to 93? Okay, group of devices connected to each other via a medium, exchange of data. Okay, see, yes, the definitions are improving. Generally, in layman terms, we say that it is a connection, communication. But now that you know the components of a network, I hope that you can define a network in a better manner. Like some of you have said that it is a collection or it is a connection of multiple network devices through which follow different protocols. They are connected via a medium and they are exchanging some information. So I think now you can easily write a good definition of what is a network. So the bookish definition you can already read that a network is a set of devices, also known as nodes, which are communicated, which are connected via a communication link. And this node can be anything. It can be a computer, it can be a printer, or it can be any other device which is capable of sending or receiving data. Okay. Yes, Aman, set of devices connected by communication links. Chandrasekhar, 2 communication devices connected by any link. Okay, all right. Okay, thank you. So yes, you can, I think, easily define now that what is a network. So any number of devices connected over a network, following some protocol, exchanging some information via some transmission media, be it guided or be it unguided. So I hope the definition is clear to all of you. Okay, now we'll see that what are the different types of connection in a network. So broadly, there are 2 types of connections. The first is point to point and the other one is multi-point. So if you talk about the term distributed processing is generally used by all networks where a task is divided among multiple computers. Okay, so you can say that that is a distributed processing. So if you talk about connections, you can say that there are broadly two types of connections, point to point and multi-point. So if I have to define point to point, you can say that it is a dedicated link between two devices. In this case, as you can see, station on the left and station on the second. So these are any two devices which are capable of sending and receiving the data. So the entire capacity of the link is reserved for transmission. Okay, so generally in point to point networks, mostly a wire is used. Okay, actual length wire is used, but other options like microwaves or satellite links are also possible. And in case of multi-point, as you can see, the main thing that you have to see here is the link in both the two diagrams. Here, the link in the point to point, it is dedicated. Okay, it is only present between these two devices, it is working. But in case of multi-point, there is more than two devices, and all of them are sharing a single link. Okay, so but not necessarily, Chandrasekhar, you cannot say that it is a client server model, because generally a client, you can say, how do you define a client server model? Okay, tell me, what do you say is a client server model? What is a client server model?
At least whatever input you get from the input or whether after you reset it would be that this satisfied target
Clients will request and the server will serve the request. Okay, so that is how you define. See, this multi-point network basically, it is something where all devices can communicate with each other. It is not necessarily, the status is not necessarily client or server. Okay, that one device is going to request and the other is going to provide some information necessarily, but all of them, they are able to communicate with each other. Any device can act as a client and any device can act as a server. Okay, so that is your multi-point network or your multi-point setup in a network. Rohit, you have asked whether printer is a half duplex device. See, generally, to printer, the computer generally it gives the requests. Okay, so mostly it is considered as a simplex device, not half duplex. Okay, all right. So next, let us have a look at different topologies. If we have time, I think we do have 5 minutes. Okay, so we'll just try to go through the different categories of topologies. Before that, let me just conduct one more poll. Just give me a minute. Okay, so very simple question. The term LAN, it stands for what? I think everybody will answer it correctly. All of you, please try to participate in the poll. All right. Okay, so yeah, the question was term a local area network stands, sorry, the term LAN stands for what? It is a local area network. So yeah, okay, let me just first, we'll just go through this. This topic was skipped. What are the different types of categories in which networks are divided? Okay, yeah, I'll just stop this poll now.
Calling you when I think of an answer, I expect you to like last question I was born and I expect when I ask pure stuff. I should do all the system target. So answer this question is system software is some software which are designed to control the patient. Right?
So these topologies we'll discuss in the next class. As you can see, there are certain devices like these hubs and switches in these typologies, in these topologies. So first we'll discuss what these devices do, and then we'll go through the topologies. Okay, so this one is a setup of a local area network. So I think all of you know that in case of a local area network, the range is very less, right? So the number of devices which are connected, that is also very less. So generally, a network that links the devices within a building or within a group, or you can say maximum adjacent buildings. You can say that a radius of 1 kilometer, not more than that, it would be called as a local area network. Next is your wide area network. So of course, as you can see that wide area network has more range as compared to the local area network. You can say that it extends over a large geographical area. Okay, and as you can see in the diagram, we are making the use of routers as well. So you can see that multiple networks are being connected in case of a wide area network. Okay, so more devices can be connected with each other. So you can say that a network in a big university campus, you can say that that is an example of a wide area network. And also you can say that a wide area network might connect multiple LANs. Okay, so it can be a connection of smaller local area networks as well. Yes, it comes in a wide area network. Okay, next is your metropolitan network. So you can see that there is an antenna and there are different junction boxes. So you can easily define that a metropolitan area network is bigger as compared to a wide area network. Okay, so generally you can say that a network within a city that also offers connection to the internet, that can be called as a metropolitan area network, and the size, it generally ranges between 5 to 50 kilometers. Okay, so yeah, I think this is all for today's class. It's 46. Okay, so we'll be joining tomorrow. Tomorrow is your first lecture. And after this, I think group A or group B has a lab with me today. Okay, so that will be all for today's session. And please join tomorrow at 10. And now you can leave your sessions. Thank you.